Hi buddy, Papa Kenny from Papa Kenny's Workshop. Getting ready to weld the spring purchase on the rear end that's going in Rattle can, my S10. For those of you who haven't seen previous videos, this is a Ford Explorer. It actually came out of a 97 Ford Explorer. It's an 8.8 ring gear, limited slip. I took 2 7/8 out of the long side and welded it back together. Alright. So, I know, because I already measured it, from center to center on locating pins on my leaf springs is 38.5 inches. Alright, so how I found my mark here was, I know this housing where the axle tube meets on both sides is 16 3/8. So I took my PVC, we all know, I've seen this a million times, I cut it out 11 1/16 of an inch, put it on here, made my mark on both sides. So if you take that 11 1/16 plus 16 3/8 plus 11 1/16 equals close enough to 38.5 inches, which is center to center on my leaf spring locating pin. Got that? I thought so. Alright, so I put a straight edge here just to confirm it. One across. And I'm dead on 38.5 inches. Alright, so we got that part out of the way. Okay, these are the spring purchase I'm using. They're just a generic spring perch that fits a 3-inch axle. I got them from Speedway Motors. They're 2.5 inches wide. So I cut that measurement in half, 1.25 inches. And let me turn you guys a little bit so you can see better. So I made another mark and off the center mark, 1.25 inches. So when I place this thing on there, I know exactly where it's going to be. Alright, pinion angle. Very, very important. I don't know how well you can see this, but right now the rear end is sitting upside down because when it goes in the truck, it sits down on top of the leaf springs. That's where these center pins locate. The consensus is 10 degrees. Everybody's different. You don't go by what I'm using. I took the consensus of what to put mine in because the engine I got in there, it does make a difference. Bigger engines, smaller engines, big blocks, small blocks. It all varies. Mine's got an LS 6 liter in it. So I'm setting at 10 degrees. And what that means is, when you step on the gas, your rear end's going to want to torque forward. So you want to bring it back a little bit. Alright, so I set my pinion angle at 90 degrees. This is how I'm getting my 10 degrees. So that's set at 90 degrees. I'm going to come over here, put my angle finder on here, and set this to 10 degrees. Once I weld these on, I set it in a truck. That gives me the pinion angle that I want. Alright? So, I'm going to get the welder out, clamp this down, and we're going to weld it in place. Come on! Alright, double check our angle. Dead on. Alright, so I'm not going to bore you with welding this. You guys see me welding a million times, but you get the gist of it, right? I want to give a shout out to Gas Car Garage. You guys go over there and check out his website on YouTube. Gas Car Garage, YouTube. That guy's got some awesome videos and some awesome information. Alright, I'm going to finish welding that up after. My next video will be drilling these axles out. Let me set you up. I was wondering how I was going to do this. I have a drill press. I didn't know how I was going to set the axle in. I kept thinking about it. I got tubing, I got all kinds of crazy stuff. So what I figured out was, check this out. because I was hoping my axle would fit in here and it doesn't. I was thinking of fabricating. I took this thing off. Alright. This is the long axle, so I'm gonna use, this is for demonstration purposes only. So I slide down in. It's bottoming out, but anyways, now I can turn this thing anywhere I want and make my holes. I was going to drill it out today. My son-in-law made me this awesome thing to lay out the lug bolt pattern, but I'm going to have him remake it because it doesn't fit good on the center. So once he remakes this, there's my jig to weld my Chevy bolt pattern in the axles. So that'll be the next video. Between drilling the rotors out, and maybe we'll start putting it back together. Backing plates, rotors, the emergency brake cable, a parking brake. Not the cable, the parking brakes themselves. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, I appreciate you all watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Papa Kenny's Workshop. I appreciate it. 300, well over 300 subscribers now. Whoever thought, you know? Just doing this thing as you know, whatever. But 300 subscribers, and I could have done it without you. Please keep sharing. I'd like to hit 400 by the end of the year. Kind of a tall task, but I think we can do it with your help. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, we're ready. Not a professional welder by any means, just so you know. Alright, trying to get it as level as I can. That's pretty good. I'm using assembly lube for cotton oil. And then I got 2 more to go and this bit's about had it. Right, so the pot store, I'm short 1 stud, but I'm not worried about it. I got it centered pretty good. I ran the lug nuts down. I cut this out of the spare tire, you know, that little donut thing, just to be on the safe side. And it come out pretty good. So next up, I don't know if I can save them rotors, clean them up. Take a look at them. I don't know, I might be able to clean these up, but I'm going to test drill one and see how it comes out. Well, these are pretty bad. Alright, so let me know what you all think of that. I used a pattern. Shout out to my son-in-law. Actually, he made a couple different ones. Made a couple. And I screwed up on the measurements twice. But it all worked out. Like I said, shout out to Rich Larkin, my son-in-law, making me those them patent things there. And I do have the emergency brake stuff that goes around here. This one, I got this axle one already. Goes on the backing plate. So maybe we'll do that next. We'll see. If not, I appreciate you all watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button. And most importantly, share the video, please. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Alright, back at it again. We're going to do the parking brake, emergency brakes, or whatever. So, I did the other side already. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, so you got two little, see the points right there? Those go on the top. You're going to take one of these springs, this yellow spring, and it loops in the back right here. There's a hook. Okay? This is the fun part. I don't know how you do this with the axle, and I struggle like on a struggle bus. Big time. Alright, so I'm going to try and hook them. I don't know how I did it on the other side, to be honest with you. Alright, let me see. I'm going to hook this in here. Then I went up in here like that. Hook this in there. Oh, this is a trip. I think I did this. Let's try this. I know I did like this, something like this on the other side. Okay, I think that's how I did the other side. Now, you gotta get this shoe up into that hole up there, and this is not easy, especially when it's on the jack stands. Like I said, I don't know how. Alright, let me switch sides with you guys for a minute. I don't know how they do this with the axles on. This is crazy. Yep, like that. Let me get another pair of vice grips. I think this is probably the easiest way. Honest to God, I don't know how the hell they do this with Alright, here's the next trip. These freaking pin thingies right here. They keep the springs on. It's a weird little lock. And you gotta put it on, press it on, and kind of turn it at the same time. I don't know how you guys can see, but I wasn't even going to use parking brakes. Who uses them anyway? You guys use your parking brakes? Alright. Let me try. If I get pliers. There's no way you can push that thing together with your fingers. I don't know how. Unless you're G.I. Joe. Okay, I got the pliers on. So I use the vice grip, then now you gotta turn this thing and hope it don't pop out on you. There it is, locked in. Yay! Alright, next is this supposedly whatever self-adjuster doohickey thingy here. The spring goes to the back. Oh. This was another trip. That's it. You got this white spring. There's a little hook right there. Now you gotta go into this other hook, hole over here. And that's it. Now, the picnic one. Here's this last yellow one. There's a little hook over here, up on top. Let me get the light. There's a little hook over here, and then it's going to go way the hell over to there. So, you guys will enjoy this show. You'll enjoy this one. Don't laugh too hard. You're going to grab the spring way at the end. My hands hurt from the other side from this. This is crazy. That's why I don't know how to Ford. Okay. Alright, so you're going to stretch it out. There's a little hook in the shoe right there. And, I need a rag. That's how I did it the last time. It hurt my hand so bad. Ow, you. And whack your knuckle every time. I was tempted to put the old stretched out springs back on. There it is. Whew! Parking brakes are done. I'm going to slide the axle in. It's a little tricky getting it in the spline down the other end. You guys are in my way. Actually, I need to do that from that side, but once again, you're in the way. Where's to my wife? Nope. There we go. Oh, that's it, folks. I think I'm gonna I tried to clean up the rotors. They're not gonna clean up. So I'll get a couple new rotors, a couple new calipers and pads. I got the brake line. I'm almost set to go in. Alright, that's it for tonight. I've been struggling with this thing all day, drilling out the axles. Doing the parking brakes. I hope you learned something, because I did. I learned that I don't want to ever do this again. So, appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Papa Kenny's Workshop and hit that like button. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Alright, so I'm trying to keep this rear end to a budget. These rotors are pretty pretty rusty and nasty. But we're going to try to pull off a little miracle here and see what happens. I'm going to use some vinegar. See how that cleans them. I'm going to soak them in here overnight and see how they turn out. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up. Alright, everybody. As you can see, I got the axle drilled out. Set it in there. And then I drilled out one of the old rotors as a practice thing. And what I did was, before I took the studs out, laid the axle over the top of the rotor, made my Chevy bowl pattern, put a 1/2-inch drill in there just to give it a centering mark, and then I brought it over the drill press, drilled it all out, put the studs back in, put it all together, and yep, she fits just fine. I cut this out of my spare wheel, you know that donut thing comes with it, but it worked out perfect. But I am going to order some new calipers. I could have used this caliper, but I mean this rotor, but the other one's spent. So I'm going to order new rotors, calipers, and pads, and then be done with it. I will have to drill out the new rotors, but it's not a problem. Like I said, I still got the other axle. I'll pop out the studs, I'll lay it over the rotors, make my marks, drill it out, and be done with it. So that's how I did mine. I don't know how anybody else has done theirs, but I appreciate you all watching. We'll see you on the next one.